Okay, I was in some transcending meditation and sharing some of the content brought from the beyond. These are completely new words for me because I can express it in many other stupid ways and none of them mean what I really mean. But today I decided that presentation because probably what I'm gonna say, hopefully, is something, the most disruptive message that Einstein has sent. And I'm not channeling Einstein. We are all, when people don't really feel that we are all part of the same everything, as the tale I wrote and I uploaded years ago, how to feel an epithelial cell, and from there to the entity of the cosmos, all these amazing different connections that if they are never explained to you, you would never expand your mind. If you don't expand your mind, don't expect the consciousness knock on your door. You are inside of the consciousness. If you don't expand, you are protecting against being conscious and aware of a higher conscious level and the supra-consciousness. And today I was listening to some scientist who has been banned on TED because he was saying that science, for him, it's almost like a religion in the way scientists are dealing with science. And it is so clear because so many years ago I created so many words like supra-consciousness. Supra-consciousness maybe existed before, supraconsciencia in Spanish. I had no idea if it existed or not. So I created, I invented, I infer it. Not difficult, right? Consciousness, awareness, and then my first car driving was Toyota Supra. So just for that reason, I know what really Supra means, not just Toyota. Like Pan American, no? Pan Am. There are comparative, very relative words. All of them can be relative because yellow can be so relative. It can be a fight in between the orange and the green, or it can be an elastic something that you can never see because it's something not only invisible, not only with no other, with no weight, with no this, with no that, with no that. All the qualities that you want to find in the matter, boom, it's just not that. Give me another one, then not that. That's not the antimatter. That's the definition of quantum matter. So if we don't connect through bridges two different things to see it from a higher perspective, you're gonna call pseudoscience to something that is supra-science. I don't need to go to the deepest and finest detail. We have computers and we have engineers, we have physicians, we have mathematicians to do that. Follow and create, which is the same thing because it is the liquid structure. You can only follow E and everyone else create. The liquid structure. I don't know if there is any reference about this in the history. I created many words in like stupid words, but they come from a lot of awareness. It feels sometimes like Truman Show is a ridiculous commercial in here. And I made some posts already about how amazing it would be if Jim Carrey was in my world. As knowing who he is, and both of us knowing who he is, and both of us knowing who I am. So suprascience is how I felt when I was defining about, I was telling to someone, imagine an alien comes here right now, and an alien doesn't have to be just like you imagine, not at all. It can be this thing that cannot be measured, or even something like a fly. It doesn't matter, something that you as a person are not aware, but it's coming with all these elements that you scan yourself and knows your DNA, your memories, your fears, everything about you. And it takes 2 seconds. Everything about you. Because you are so organic and clear with the DNA, all this codification, perfect, boom. 54 years, 85 years, doesn't matter, 2 seconds. Well, if it is 25 years, maybe it's 1 second, or 2 seconds, for many reasons. Then, that same entity scans, I don't know, 10 meters of this cliff here. And then it takes, well, all the information that can get from here for you to understand a little bit what it's about is all the different energies of the different sunsets, because all of them are completely different. And having all that into knowledge, all the emotions that you cannot even imagine, all the feelings that, everything, just the thousands, millions sunsets. And then the birds giving birth, the eggs, the fights, the dyings, the wars, the storms, the waves, the different sea level. Is everything registered in millions and millions and millions. And maybe that entity needs 1 minute, 1 year, I don't care. How much information in so many levels that no human can imagine that was so relevant for that specimen coming from out of this planet. Everything else that we invent, if it is under this level, it's only rational mind. Because even in this, there is a lot of rational mind because it's been filtered and put into words. But then why biology and geology? Don't we need a suprascience? Because, okay, you want to give a definition what is a living thing. Okay. And then the other one, the inorganic one, the rocks, are not living things. So geology, biology. The suprascience would be studying all single details I've been narrating previously in the whole video. That's the suprascience. It's not mixing science with philosophy. It's mixing science with craziness. You have to cross every single serious, relevant, important, interesting, valuable door that you've been putting through your life. So the more golden world you are seeing, the more far you are to reach the suprascience. But that's not your goal. It's nobody's goal. It's not my goal. I'm talking from the suprascience. I would like people to understand that pseudoscience is one thing for them, science is another thing, and suprascience have no fucking idea what it is. And this is what this guy in TED was lacking to express, because he was using the same system that the science is using. Of course, you're gonna, it's not lose the battle. You're not gonna be able to show the others that you are out of there. There is no battle, because you see what they see, but they are not seeing what you are trying to explain. Suprascience.